Hello, Scorpio Sun, Virgo Rising. It is time for your year ahead reading. This reading is going to go from November of 2024 and for the next 12 months. Now, to start off with, let's get a little bit into the astrology. With that Virgo Rising, this is what other people see or how other people view you or what you choose to show to the world. And that could be somebody who is a little bit nitpicky, maybe, very good at critiquing things, with good intention, but sometimes not other people can understand that. So there's a little bit of misunderstanding or sometimes a little bit of rubbing people the wrong way. But you're very good at digging into the details. You thoroughly understand something. You don't leave any stone unturned when it comes to figuring out what is going on. And you like to help people. Your intentions are good. Now with that Virgo rising, that means that your Scorpio Sun is most likely in the third house. That's not true for everybody, but that's what we're going with. If we're going to go with the most likely placement. That third house is all about communication. And with your Scorpio Sun there, your sense of self-identity, the way that you like to think of yourself is somebody who is a very clear communicator and sees things with an emotional depth that a lot of other people might miss. You can tell what the undercurrents are, and you're very good at explaining them. You also may have a desire to really delve in deep into things that maybe most people would feel uncomfortable with. Things like the occult or detective mysteries. Maybe that's one of the things you like, or maybe those are the types of books or reading things or movies, reading things, or movies or other interests. You may have a strong interest in that area and maybe even do some writing around that. You're very good at tapping into that creative energy within you when it comes to expressing yourself. Now, the cards. I'm going to lay out 12 cards. I'm going to call them 1 through 12 as I am talking about them. That's just so that I don't call out the wrong month as I'm doing all of these different readings. But your first month, number 1, is going to be November of 2024. So let's see what we have for you. So month 1, 2, excuse me, month 3, and month 4, month 5, and month 6. So just to go over what months these are for once: November, December, January, February, March, and April. And then we have month 7, 8, tighten these up, 10, no, 7, 8, 9, I can count most of the time, 10, 11, and 12. So this was November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October. And then on the back of the deck, we have the 6 of Cups. So I'm going to take an overall look at the cards we have here and see what messages might pop out about this coming year. I can see we have things like the Fool and the World and the Sun and the Death card. So 4 major arcana cards, indicating some significant shifts in how you view the world or some things that you believe in. Maybe things that you'd never thought that you would change your mind about. Those types of things, those types of shifts may be coming for you in this next year. Some other things, let's see, we have Wands, Cups, Swords, Coins. So you're very balanced, and we don't have a lot of court cards. So this is all going to be about practical, for the most part, practical day-to-day kind of vibe. Things are fairly steady with a couple of months where there might be some challenges or at least some actualizations, if you will, recognizing or accepting something that is going on or has been going on for a while. So let's get into the cards. On the back of the deck here, we have the 6 of Cups. So this has to do with sharing your experiences with others and the emotional impact of those experiences. This could be reminiscing about the past, about your childhood with someone else, maybe with your children, with a community, to help them understand what growing up in the way that you did, how that can shape someone and their beliefs as they get older. This could also have to do with, what's the word? It's right there. Family reunions or something like that, where you are sharing, all of you together as a group are sharing positive memories, positive experiences, trying to flip the script in a way. Not dismissing any negative things that occurred, but also recognizing the little gems that came out of your experiences, out of your upbringing. Because there is always something that is valuable to you in your current state, where you are today, that helped you get to where you are today, that drove you to the life that you have created for yourself so far. And you want to share that experience. You want to bring that into the present to help others around you, is what I'm feeling with this Six of Cups. So I'm going to set that over here for a while and try not to get everything messed up. So getting into each individual month, we're starting off here with the Ace of Wands in month 1. This is a card of inspired action. Something is calling to you. There is a desire to start maybe a new exercise program or get into some sort of physical sport or effort. Maybe you get into running or jogging or jujitsu or kickboxing. Just a regular walking routine. This feels like exercise for you. It's something that's new to you, so it's something you have not tried before. Maybe you're entering a dance class or starting a dance class. But you love it. It's exciting to you. It's something maybe you always had in the back of the mind that maybe you'd try it one day, and here it is. This is the opportunity strikes this month that's going to give you a chance to delve into this and give it a try. Maybe there's a sample class or something like that. Maybe it has to do with a community event where they're trying out different things to see what they want to offer longer term for the community, but you're jumping in, excuse me, with both feet and giving it a try, and very enthusiastically. So a sense of zest and a feeling of optimistic feelings out of this is what I'm getting. Then in month 2, we have the Ten of Swords. Now this is indicating, tens in general indicate the ending of one thing, a completion, closure on something, and being ready to turn the page and start new. The Ten of Swords is indicating probably maybe a betrayal of someone, somebody stabbing you in the back, I mean, as we can see here. And maybe this is something that you have put up with in the past, because we have a multitude of knives in the back. But you're done with it. You're not putting up with it anymore. You're over it. They have killed that relationship, if you will. Hopefully that doesn't offend anybody, but this is over. It's done. You don't have to participate in it anymore. You are walking away from it, even though it does not look like it. You notice there is no blood. It is metaphorical. You can get up, shrug that off, leave all that behind, and turn a page and start something new. But you closed the book on this other person, on this relationship, on whatever this was, where there was always some contention, there was always some gaslighting, there was always some form of verbal miscommunication or literal verbal abuse in some ways. You are done with it. You are finito. You're not going to believe them anymore. You are blocking them on everything, and you're done. You're done, you're done, you're done. That's what this card is about. Even though it doesn't look like it, you are taking a stand and saying, I'm not dealing with this anymore. I cannot trust you. I cannot trust anything you have to say. You don't know what you're saying behind my back. I'm done. We're done. It's over. So taking a stand, reclaiming your own independence from that, disengaging your energy so that you never have to go back to this person and this type of behavior, and you won't accept that type of behavior from anybody else going forward. So it looks and can feel, and in the moment will definitely feel some emotions around it for sure. But there's also a feeling of taking your power back by the end of that month, or having taken your power back. And then in month 3, we have the Nine of Cups, which is indicating some pretty good success here. You're feeling good. You are manifesting things. Wishes are coming true. You no longer have that holding you back anymore. And dang, you didn't realize how much that was holding you back. And now all of a sudden things seem a lot easier. You are a lot happier. The people that you do get along with, that do support you, all of you are feeling a little bit more ease and relaxed and just enjoying company and looking forward to what's coming next. There's feelings of joy here, feelings of pride in yourself and the steps that you took. And looking forward to whatever comes next is just what I'm feeling. There's anticipation for life, anticipation for life and whatever it might bring your way. A newfound sense of true independence too, but absolute satisfaction in the actions you took this month. Yeah, proud. Be proud. Be very proud of where you're at and what you've done so far. And then we have the Ace of Swords, another ace, another new beginning. Only a month or two after that ending, right? The completion, the closure here with the 10, that new beginning right there around the corner in month 4 with the Ace of Swords. Some brand new idea, some spark, a brand new idea that's going to come up probably through maybe a conversation with somebody that's seemingly, innocuous. Maybe it's small talk, but something's going to catch your attention in that conversation. And it's going to drive you to expand on that little nugget of information to see if this is an opportunity that you can seize for yourself. It's going to have something to do with communication in some way or information. Maybe you're figuring out, maybe you're thinking about, maybe I start a blog. Maybe I start writing for your community newsletter. Maybe you do something that involves teaching or helping others through speaking at certain events or speaking up anyway. And that could have a lot to do with this here. Maybe through this casual conversation, you guys were just talking about your past and maybe growing up in this neighborhood your whole life and what that meant to you and how you feel about it now. And maybe the sense of pride you have in your community for how far you've all come together. And maybe that's something you want to share with others. So this is something, that inspiration, that idea, you're going to learn more about how can I do this. Maybe even start writing a couple of rough drafts on what it is you would want to communicate. Start exploring how, where, when you could do this. What type of venue, what type of communication do you want to use? Do you want to speak? Do you want to write? Do you want to do videos or something like that? But there's a sense of anticipation, a little bit of excitement, a little bit trepidation because this is new, but this is something that you are distinctly interested in, and it feels right to you. And then in month 5, let's move that over there for a little bit. Month 5, we have the Fool. You've decided to go for it. You have no idea how this whole big thing is going to turn out in the end, but you know what? You're looking forward to the journey. You don't know how, again, I've already said that. You don't know what path you're going to take. You don't know who you're going to meet along the way. But you're taking the steps down this path that is intriguing you and exciting you and looking forward to whatever might come up. Even the pitfalls along the way are part of the journey, and you're looking forward to all of it together. Because the outcome is going to be fantastic for you. You can sense it, you can feel it, you need to do this. And off you go. So you're going to start some new endeavor. Maybe this leads to a routine. Maybe this leads to you speaking all around your community about this subject. Maybe it expands up to talking statewide after that, and then expands to a regional thing after that. But you're willing to take this wherever it ends up going. You're going to trust the process and enjoy the ride. And then we have the World in month 6. So the Fool is the very first card in the major arcana. It's that first step that we take into the unknown. The World is the completion of that journey. It is the end of a cycle. So you've started this new cycle here in month 5. In month 6, you are ending another cycle of your life. Maybe in order to pursue this new dream, you need to wrap up some things here to give you the time to focus on this, because it's turning out to be something bigger maybe than anticipated. So you need to recognize that you can't keep doing some things the same way. Maybe you need to change your hours at work. Maybe you need to Let go of a hobby or two so that you can make time to focus on this new passion of yours. Whatever it is, it's going to involve you rearranging things in order to accommodate your new path, this new goal that you have. And you may feel a little bit ruthless in making some of those decisions, but it's going to feel right to you again. It's going to feel like this is meant to be, this is where I'm supposed to be going, so it is okay to let go of these other things. They will be there for you when you're ready to return to them in the future, but for now, you're setting that aside, you're closing the book on that, so that you can focus on this new thing. And then down here in month 7, we have the Knight of Wands. So this is likely something that you're going to meet or that you may be working with in some way. Again, with the wands, which is that fire element. So this is somebody who can be very bold, is not afraid to speak their mind on something, even if they don't always know exactly what they're talking about. They're passionate about what they believe in and not afraid to speak up about it. Now, because it is a knight, they don't have a lot of experience, so they will get some things wrong, but what they may lack in experience, they will make up for in enthusiasm. It can be very hard to hold this person back because they could make some reckless choices, say some reckless words. It's coming from a sense of pure heart, though. So you may need to work with this person. How are you working with this person? I'm trying to feel into that. I don't know that you're a mentor with this person. This feels like maybe somebody in the community who is following your journey. They are following your journey and they are inspired by the stories that you are sharing, by what it is you have to say. And they want to do something similar, that at least they want to record it maybe, or do like a documentary or something like that. Record it, make sure it's part of the family history, so there's a potential that this could be a family memory, or part of the community history, documented on film in some way. Maybe they're trying to do some sort of YouTube series or something like that. But they're very passionate about this. They're very enthusiastic about it. You're going to have to set some firm boundaries around time and things like that, how much time you're willing to spend with them on this, and maybe force them to come up with an actual formal plan for when we'll meet, when we'll get together, how long this will be. Make sure you get contracts straightened out, things like that, because they're not going to be thinking about that stuff. They're just all in on this big idea that they have. So you may need to be the more practical person here and put the brakes on some of their plans in order to make it sure that it's going to work out for both of you in the end. And then we have the Six of Swords. Now the Six of Swords, and perhaps you have an argument with this person, that could be. The Six of Swords is about moving on. You've decided, you know what, I'm going to let bygones be bygones, or I'm just not going to argue about this anymore. I am moving on. I am taking myself out of the situation because from my experience, this is what I do. I have matured beyond the point of trying to argue back and forth and hold my ground no matter what. I sometimes recognize now when someone else is so entrenched in what they believe, you cannot change their mind here. And you can accept that. And you can remove yourself from the situation or agree to disagree and move on from it. This person may not be at that point yet. So that could be where some of this tension is coming from. But you're not going to keep belaboring the same point over and over again. You don't have time for that. You're not interested in doing that. You prefer to spend your energy elsewhere in other ways. In ways that benefit you, not ways that may discourage or hold you back in some way. So this is a sense of moving on from an old belief, an old argument, some sort of standing thing that keeps maybe have in the past has kept coming up, and you're like, whatever, we're just not going to agree, and that's okay. I'm not going to talk about this again. I'm done. I'm done talking about this. Done again. Different people though. So you're moving on from it. You're not going to stay in that same space, same energy. And then in month 9, we have the Four of Coins. Now this is, I'm feeling protectiveness here. There's a sense of wanting to protect your space and your time. So this could be a month where maybe you're starting to feel a little bit overwhelmed by what's going on and how quickly things are progressing. that maybe you want to pull back a little. Maybe this is a month where you don't have any gigs booked, or you're not going out and speaking to somebody or with a group of people, or where maybe you get ahead in your blogs or something like that, where you're taking time for yourself. You're taking time to pull back your energy. Be aware, though, of certain obligations that may have time limits on them, so that you are obligated to get to them that month, but try to ease up in other ways, or other areas, or postpone certain things, rearrange the schedule a little bit. Again, it's feeling like protective energy and a need to pull back a little bit and give yourself the space to sit with what you have so far, to sit with your progress, with your success, to recognize how far you've come, and that this thing has much more potential than anticipated. So there's a little bit of wrestling with that too, here in month 9. In month 10, we have the Death card. This feels like this is the month you're truly, truly embracing the full potential that this has. The Death card is not just about death. It is also about rebirth. It is about transformation. When a caterpillar becomes a butterfly, that ooey gooey icky middle state where they're inside the cocoon. This is a transition month for you, where you are recognizing that who you were before has significantly shifted based on how and what you're sharing about your past. Even your own beliefs or understandings about things that happened in the past can evolve through this as you're sharing your stories and hearing stories from others that were around at the same time, because you have a much broader, bigger picture of what was actually going on, of what people were going through at the time. And that is a very unique perspective now that you have, and you can shift your story, shift what you're sharing a little bit to share the richer, bigger picture of what was going on at the time and how that has impacted the broader community today. So this is the transformation of you in this month, the realization that you're not the same person now. You have changed, you are evolving, and your view of the past and the present is shifting and moving and growing in a very positive way. What does that mean, positive way? Maybe you're finding out that things are much darker and worse than you anticipated. But that's helping you understand a lot more about the things that people believe today. So it's not necessarily that it's all, light and airy. There's some dark depths in there, some maybe specific bad characters that you're able to identify. And maybe those become specific chapters in your story now that you know about those. So you are evolving, things are growing bigger, and you are stepping into that energy. You are ready to accept that and to make that a part of who you are. And then in month 11, we have the 9 of Wands. So you may be feeling a little bit tired, a little bit exhausted, like, oh, there has been a lot going on. A lot going on in these last several months here, especially these 3, 4, 5, 6 months. You may be feeling exhausted, a little tired, but you're not giving up. You're not quitting. You're going to push through. You're going to meet all of your commitments, and you're going to keep expanding on the story, on the history. It seems to be very specific, doesn't it? But that's where we're at. This is a card indicating you are not giving up. You are battered and bruised, but you are not giving up. You have enough energy to see it through to the end, and you will. You have that force of will within you, that Mars energy of yours, to push through and get this done and see it to its natural conclusion. And then we have the Sun. Boom, done, completion, vitality, joy, a sense of wonder about what you've accomplished over this last year. A real feeling of accomplishment is what I'm getting off of this. And feeling the light in your life and the sun and the joy that you're bringing, not just to yourself through your discoveries over this last year, but to your community and the people that you've shared this with. So much love is coming out of this that it transcends just yourself. It helps everybody around you. And it's very positive and very much appreciated. So, wow, that is, it seems very specific, but I'm sticking with it. And really strong performing year for you. Great evolution and transition as you're moving through. All right, that is what I have for you, Scorpio Sun, Virgo Rising, for your year ahead. Please share this video with others. Please like this video. Please subscribe to help me grow my channel. And please comment to help the YouTube algorithm. Thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you later.